SMF MMTs, what we're going to be doing is a call side and a put side market on what we call the SQQQ. And basically, it's an ETF, it's a short ETF. And basically, when the Nasdaq 100 goes down, these calls in the put side here will trade in values. So if the Nasdaq 100 goes down in value, I'm going to be long, just like the VIX. I want to be long, but if we keep breaking out higher, I'm going to want to have the call on the put side. And basically what I'm going to do also is I'm going to move this out of the way, and in the very same market minder, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab the TQQs right here. That TQQQs is the opposite side of the S. It is one that we're going to put in here. So there are calls and put strategies that can be done on the bull. So basically here is a bull right here. And let's show the bull. That's this one here. That's the bull. Okay. Closed at 112. But we're going to be doing both sides of this market. And we're going to be working with the 115s here. We're going to be working with the 115s in the money here. We're also going to be working with the 110s here. We're going to be working with the 110s below the market here. Because remember, there are bear and bull puts on the bull itself. And MMTs are taught how to make 4 times the amount of money on one single trade using 4 different ways. And basically, on the next video, we're going to go through these pricing levels, and I'm going to click on the November one. So now we got the S and the T's here in one market minder. And basically, we can trade all sides of the market, including the ETFs themselves, which I will do on a weekly chart so that people can see the bull and the bear ETFs and the calls and the put options that all MMTs can rejoice in. Welcome SMF Street traders and our foreign traders around the world and everyone in our network. MMTs, we're here to address something that needs to be addressed in your trade management, and this is called the TQQQ. It is the actual index, not an index, it's your actual pro shares that have great movement. And the key Pacific index that I feel that pushes these higher is that Nasdaq 100 index. Okay. The lower area right here, the SQQQQ, is the ultra short to that. So basically, when these QQQs and these pro shares moving the right way, but where are they really weighted at? You know that Nasdaq 100 chart that we did earlier? They're weighted right there. We're going to talk about bear and bull fights, or bull raids, bear raids on here. And once again, MMTs, you've done other things like this on other pair trades, short one, go long the other. Man, isn't that a great way to be in trend cycles? SMF MMTs. Outside of the power shares, you know, themselves, is they have call and put option strategies on the SQQQ here. And we're going to be going over these strategies. They also have the TQQQ. So both the bull and the bear can be bought. You can have various, you know, your strike prices here, the month. These are all October and November, by the way, and they're all calls and puts on both sides of the indexes. Not to mention that intraday I can be long one and short the other. What I'm going to do next, MMTs, is show you that when we have that 4-week rally in the Nasdaq comp and the Nasdaq 100, we broke out. And so that bull broke out. And what a nice trend. And in the SMF platform, I gapped above half bar here. I went up. I took out that half bar on the upside there. What I did was, once I gapped up, I held half of that bar, and I gapped up and I held half of that weekly bar, which was my major downtrend bar that was on 5/2 of 2010 during that week. So basically, what I want people to know is that we have taken that side of the market out, and the opposite side down here, MMTs, is that the bear just got crushed. He broke below half of that bar. He came back up, got above it, but look, you slid half of that bar, you slid half of that bar down, half of this weekly bar, you're below it, and half of this weekly bar right down to that bottom, where this is the bear ultra short, you're right down at the bottom of all-time lows right here in this trend cycle. And basically, our upside on the bull is going to be half of that bar there. And basically, when I look at the weekly buy signal, it has not. This is what happened when the bull was selling off. You came down off of these MACD bars and you went directly into these sell signals. Once you got into the weekly sell signal, well, finally you hit the bottom of that weekly sell signal right here. And then you started uptaking ascending, and that's when we started putting in these double bottoms down here. Right here. This is double price action bottom that held. And when we popped that buy signal, when this was going mathematically ascending upward from here to there, that's this part right here. Now we're right there. But you can see here that that 4-week ascending mathematical move in the moving average convergence divergence there gave you that 4-week rally. But also, let's look on the other side of trends, MMTs. As the expert you are, when this particular MACD, which is just the opposite, it's just the very opposite. When this started to go down, you started to go below all of... So, basically, you were breaking down. When this broke down, you broke below half of the weekly bars. And what we do is that we pair trade. So, I buy long here, and when this goes down here on this double top, and I break half the bar, I short this. So I'm short. That's working for me down to at the bottom. And when I bought that half bar to go long, I'm making money both ways. I'm making money that way on the short, and I'm making that money on the long. And basically, once again, it's going to get down to one thing. It all has to do basically with this Nasdaq 100. And when that Nasdaq 100 blew out, you blew out on the bull. Blew right up, went right through all the resistances of its downtrend. Next resistance will be up here at 123.08. The fact that we're topping out here on the Nasdaq 100, you can see the very invert relationship right here. When we broke out here, the bull broke out there, but the bear broke down. And basically what we're going to be watching in our risk management using the SMF mathematical proprietary trading platform that dissects all of this. Hey, I got wonderful things happening here. I've got 10-week moving averages rising there. For the short side, I've got 10-week moving averages going down. So I like my short. I also like my long position because the 10-week moving average is going in that way. So basically, when you get long at the bottom there and you short the reversals here, that's why the SMF MMT is ahead of the game, because they know how to balance risk between bear and bulls, and we have the options as well. There is lots of ways to trade around this. I can be long that, I am short that, I can have the certain kind of options that go with this move and the certain kind of options that go with that move. So actually, instead of getting paid twice, I can get paid 4 times MMTs on one single trade. 4 times I'm being paid using 4 different instruments related to the Nasdaq 100 chart that I've done so well taking you through these rallies here or these reversals down. So basically, you're short here, you're long there, you're long there. So you got a double long. Long once, long twice, short once 3 times. Okay? Then you could be long the calls here, long the calls there, and when this is falling, you could have the right call and put strategy here that pays you also. So now I'm getting up to getting paid 5 to 6 times on one single trend. On one single trend. Breakout, breakout, breakdown. I just got paid 3 different ways. I'm long, I'm short, and I'm long, and I'm using 3 different tools to do it. A bull here, a bear there, and an index over here. And this is the Nasdaq 100 index. So I'm using 3 different instruments to create these wonderful moves that I can get paid many ways over. Now, what I am going to do off the video is go over the strategies with the MMTs and developing this. So, if the markets are going to fail, which we don't know, we would put a bottom in here and go long, and we would short wherever the top fails. So, when we do fall, and we do start to reverse, whenever that day comes, next month, tomorrow, who knows? Doesn't matter. What matters is when one puts in the top, we'll short it, and when this one puts the signs of the bottom in, we'll go long, and we'll repeat the process again. SMF, MMTs, and the thing about it is, whether it's this one or several others that we do, we can do them all simultaneously, and you're very well risk management diversified SMF, MMTs.